This is a video I have been putting off for so long now. According to the title screen, Minecraft Bedrock Edition is the de facto version of Minecraft. It's just called Minecraft. It's the version of the game that most people play by far. So then, why is it still so broken? Why are there still so many features missing from this version of the game? And why are some of the game's critical flaws that have existed for years not been fixed yet? Now, let me make something perfectly clear. This video is not hating on Minecraft Bedrock Edition or Mojang in any way, shape, or form. It's constructive criticism. I want this version of the game to be awesome, and in many ways, it actually is. Performance, world and resource pack importing, cross-platform play, education edition, and behavior packs. All of these Bedrock Edition exclusive features absolutely stomp on Java Edition. But in my opinion, the negatives outweigh the positives for Bedrock Edition. Why, might you ask? What does this version do so wrong as to warrant a rant video from me? Well, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. Today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. Have you ever wanted to join a Minecraft server but were worried about your IP address getting leaked? Do you want to keep your ISP from spying on your web traffic? Maybe you want to watch a YouTube video that's not available in your country. Well, you can solve all of those problems with NordVPN. Give it a try by heading over to nordvpn.com/AntVenom, where you can get almost 69% off of a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month for free. So first off, let's cover features that Minecraft Bedrock Edition is blatantly missing, some of which are pretty major items. First up, how is Bedrock Edition still lacking hardcore mode? Java Edition got hardcore mode over 9 years ago, and in recent years, it's become an extremely popular way to play the game. You would think that a feature that's so easy to implement would have been a pretty high priority for the Bedrock Edition development team. Speaking of easy to implement, how do the overworld and end dimensions have the ability to build above 128 blocks, but the Nether does not? I mean, seriously, advanced Java Edition users do all sorts of things on the Nether roof. Check out this video to learn more about it. Another thing that bothers me is that Bedrock Edition entirely lacks Java's debug menu, accessible by pressing F3 in Java. All Bedrock gets is the ability to enable your current coordinates. This one might not sound all that major, but in Java Edition, you can reload your resource pack by pressing F3 and T. In Bedrock Edition, you have to reload the world to change your resource pack, and to enable things like fancy leaves. What? Not only does Bedrock Edition lack the F3 debug menu, it lacks all of Java's debug shortcuts. The ability to toggle hitboxes with F3 and B? Nope. The ability to toggle chunk borders with F3 and G? Also, no. None of them work. They're all missing. You know what else is missing that really grinds my gears? Smooth mouse camera and spectator mode. While the lack of smooth mouse camera aggravates me less, since I can get a smooth camera shot using a low sensitivity controller, I use spectator mode all of the time to record my videos in Java Edition. But wait, what's that? Spectator mode actually is in Bedrock Edition, but just isn't accessible via commands? Yeah. Using the Universal Minecraft Editor, which I made a video about a couple of months ago, we can set our game mode to a pseudo sort of spectator mode. Admittedly, it doesn't really work all that well, but using this feature, we can no-clip through blocks and really see why this feature isn't in the game yet. Still though, it should be. You know what else should be in the game? All of these missing commands. Locate biome, seed, all of these scoreboard objectives, all of these game rules, and one that hits a bit close to home for me, the world border command and the world border itself, which I'll get into a little more later. You know what else is missing? The ability to create customized superflat worlds, buffet worlds, and debug worlds. I'm also amazed that Bedrock Edition lacks advancements. I mean, sure, Bedrock does have trackable achievements, and it does have quite a lot of them, but once you get them, you cannot earn them again. They're not world specific, they're Xbox account specific. I'm not saying that Bedrock Edition should not have account specific achievements, but there's no list of achievements earned on a specific world like there is in Java Edition, which I would argue is a major reason why someone might play a world for an extended period of time. Now, let's get into some glitches. Minecraft is supposed to be a game full of infinite wonder and endless possibilities. If I want to walk 1,000,000 blocks away from the world's spawn point, I should be able to do that. In Java Edition, I can just keep on walking without issue until I reach the world border 30 million blocks away. But in Bedrock Edition, you cannot. Now, for the sake of being fair, after writing the script, I discovered that some kind of a recent Bedrock Edition update made it much harder to fall through the world, and I was only able to do so after 8.388 million blocks or so, but the camera and movement stuttering issues persist. I covered these issues in a video from nearly 2 years ago, which means this critical glitch has existed within Bedrock Edition for over 2 years now. If you manage to travel beyond 1,000,000 blocks via creative mode or something, you'll see that the world slowly begins to fall apart right before your very eyes. The models of flowers, tall grass, cacti, and things like that begin to break down, and then the stripe lands appear over 16 million blocks away, and eventually you just can't move throughout the world at all due to some movement glitch that I am also amazed that Mojang hasn't fixed yet. I mean, come on guys. So let's talk about some of Bedrock Edition's quirks. Things that aren't necessarily broken, but things that are really annoying regardless. Within creative mode on Bedrock, whenever you grab an item out of the creative mode menu, you get 64 of that item instead of 1, which means in order to drop that item, you have to press Ctrl Q instead of just Q. It's weird. Whenever you're working with commands of any sort in Java Edition, you're constantly selecting and overriding chunks of text in order to modify your command, and you can easily see what text you have selected when you're working with it. But in Bedrock Edition, you cannot see what text you have selected. You can't move your cursor using your mouse to a different selection of text, and you can't set any NBT related information at all with a command. Want to give yourself a pre-enchanted item? Nope. Want to summon a mob with no AI? You can't do that. Bedrock Edition doesn't support NBT information at all. It also doesn't support servers very well. Thankfully, that can largely be fixed with a piece of software that I talked about recently called Geyser, which allows Bedrock Edition users to join Java Edition servers. I'll have a link on the top right of the screen talking about that one. And speaking of the top of the screen, why is chat on the top left of the screen in Bedrock Edition? Maybe I'm just nitpicking, but to me, it looks so much better on the bottom left like it is in Java Edition. I want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video. If you're worried about joining a Minecraft server because you don't want the server host to log your IP address, or if you're looking to watch content that's been blocked in your country, then consider giving NordVPN a try by heading over to nordvpn.com/AntVenom and using offer code AntVenom. There's no bandwidth caps, you can try it for free for 30 days, and NordVPN does not log your data. Protect your internet connection today by checking out the link in the description down below to get nearly 69% off of a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month free. So these are hardly the only problems that I have with Bedrock Edition. In Bedrock, there's no way to take a screenshot. There's no way to play older versions. The menus are horrible. There's so much scrolling and empty space. There's no separate volume adjustment for different types of sounds. Certain sounds, like TNT exploding, are very unnaturally high-pitched. And don't even get me started on the redstone inconsistencies. If you guys agree with me, or even if you don't, feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. And remember, this video was purely constructive criticism. I would rather that Bedrock Edition not have any of these problems, and I do feel that there are a few things that Bedrock Edition does really well, but in my opinion, they get completely overshadowed by all the things it gets wrong. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.